Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. I recently went back to my college where I started studying filmmaking. I was there talking about my apprenticeship and what I do now for a career, and as part of that I made a Google Slides presentation which is similar to PowerPoint about what I was doing now. And while I was on Google Slides I found all of my original games design coursework, including a lot of the photos of the stuff that I had done for my games design course. And I was talking to my teacher Grant, who took me for games design, and we both said it would be really interesting to do a video about my progress in Blender over the last 2 years. So what I've done is remade my games design coursework from scratch. I tried to make it very similar and follow a lot of the same themes, but do it to the best of my ability with the skills and knowledge that I have now. Okay, so first up is the original one. I did this over the course of a few months, but realistically I'd say in total hours wise this is probably 4 or 5 days work maybe. I think my main problems with this really are the lighting and the composition and also just the thought process that goes into it. I'll show some of the mood boards that I had to make while I was doing this, and a lot of my reference images were things like Lake Town from The Hobbit, and as you can probably tell I didn't exactly get there. Also you can see from the sky that it was supposed to be a nighttime scene, but the lighting in the scene is really soft and evenly lit. There's no contrast in the scene at all. And then also compositionally, apart from having the lava in the centre of the frame, there's nothing really going on. The rule of thirds is pretty much out the window, everything's kind of in the centre, and to be honest, I think it looks absolutely terrible now. So let's move on to the new one, and this is the more recent version. I hope that everyone would agree that this looks a lot better. I definitely think this is a massive improvement. I also think it's worth noting that I did this in about half a day at work because I was in between jobs, so this was a much shorter time period as well. I think the main thing that stands out for me in this is that the lighting is much better and closer to what I was trying to achieve originally, but essentially the lighting is a kind of backlit moonlight sort of feel. I also modelled a load of lanterns which I put on lampposts and sort of scattered them around the village so you have some practical lights as well, and then when I introduced the fog I kind of bloomed them out a bit as well, which looked really nice. I think compositionally as well, the mountains work a lot better in this one, and the diagonal feel of the main mountain in the foreground kind of draws your eye to the centre, so you have the castle at the top and then it's diagonally moving down through the frame. I also opted to go for water at the bottom of the mountain instead of a lava lake, which is what I did in the original one. Again, I think I just thought that the lava would look cool and slapped it in, whereas this one, because I thought it through a bit more, I felt that the water would be more appropriate. I think the main takeaways from this are I have a much better understanding of lighting and composition now. That's something that you just kind of learn with experience, and the more you make, the more you kind of understand it and know how to work with it. It was definitely lacking from the first piece, and I think that's the biggest progress I've made from between then and now. So yeah, that is my progress that I've made in Blender over the last 2 years. I know that's only one example, but if you guys want to see another video, maybe I'll do some stuff comparing some of my old CGI work to today as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider liking, subscribing, and I'll see you next time.